Welcome back to some session. I've been playing this game a little bit. I've only played a couple more times since the last video I made, but I did learn a lot about how the game works since then. For example, you can push harder by tapping the button. See, now I'm going real fast. I also learned how spins work a little bit better. If you saw my last video, I just kind of grabbed the game and started playing it. I didn't research stuff, I didn't look it up, I didn't watch other people play it, I just kind of gave it a try. So I am going to just be messing around with this today. Felt like doing a little bit of gaming anyway, so I might as well record it. We'll see. Alright, so with the spinning. Alright, so, well, let me just recap. If you didn't watch the last video or you don't know anything about the game, the way the controls are is that your left stick is your left foot, and your right stick is your right foot. So you hit down with your right foot, up with your left foot to ollie, down with your right foot, left with your left foot to kickflip, stuff like that. The opposite for stuff in nollie. You can scoop while you do that to do various spinning tricks. And that's about it. One thing I didn't realize is grinds. You don't actually spin into them like in Skate. You actually just like hit left or right on the right joystick and it will work. Let's see if I can do some grinds. I'm gonna try to do a, well, I was gonna say tail slide. I don't know if that was a tail slide or not. I don't know what that was. There's still some weird things in the game, but yeah. Oh, I also made a female character because you can do that. You can quit to your apartment and you can like put on different clothes and stuff. There's not a ton right now, but let's see if I can do a tail slide. Okay, ollie, and then oops, that was the wrong way. Hey, tail slide, kind of. Let me try that again. Oops. It's still not easy. Like, this game is tough, but I feel like I have to spin the wrong way. So the only thing I'm doing there is I am ollieing and then I'm moving my right stick to the right. So like I'm pushing my right foot over. So I'm not actually hitting the triggers to spin, which is interesting, but yeah, anyway. Another thing I learned in the game is about spinning. So it's kind of confusing. You spin with the triggers. You also turn with the triggers. So if I were to spin after I get in the air, I'll spin about to 90 like that. That's about the best you can do. Yeah, and sometimes, you know, it'll be enough to roll away, but it doesn't look good. Or if you hit the triggers earlier, you can actually wind up and you spin more. So like that. But you also land that sideways, so you get to about 270. What I learned is that if you double tap the triggers, you know, when you're rolling, that's what happens when you double tap the triggers, little revert. You can do that after a spin and you'll finish the spin out. Well, there we go. Which is cool. It sounds good. It looks good. It's weird, like, it's hard to double tap a trigger consistently because like where exactly does the trigger fire and actually count, you know? Hey, I kind of slappied up that curb. But it is really cool and it sounds good and I like it. So yeah, like that's cool. It's not realistic that, you know, every spin trick would be landed perfectly at 180 or 360. People slide out tricks in real life. That's just how skateboarding works. So that's pretty cool. So I'm just gonna mess around in the game. Oh, I also learned, well, that would have been cool if I did what I was talking about right then. I also learned that you can do board and lip slides. It's just that there's a control for it. So I can show you skate guide. Yes, normal grinds. So board slide is left stick left, right stick, or left stick right, right stick left. As you can see, that's front side board slide, which is interesting. I also think it's interesting that there's low friction grinds, mid friction grinds, high friction grinds, which makes sense. Like a blunt or a nose blunt is not going to slide nearly as quickly as a 50-50 or a 5-0. Why would it, right? There's also tricks that are like that. So there's the high pop, mid pop, low pop. The more complicated the trick, the lower it is, which kind of makes sense. The 360 pop shove it is mid, but 360 kickflip is low. I don't know. But I get it. Like, you don't want to be able to do all the super high like the really hard tricks over stuff. You know, like you should, whoa, you should have to stick to simple tricks when you're doing like a really big gap, which makes sense. Well, that was supposed to be a lip slide. So again, I'm not, dang it. I still have a lot of difficulty with the turning stuff. There we go, lip slide. Weird looking lip slide, but it was lip slide nonetheless. So it does work. And I do kind of like that concept. Because you can't just land on, like in Skate, if you just kind of land on something, you'll do a grind of some kind. It might be a wheelie, might be a board slide, you know, whatever. You'll just kind of flop onto the rail and it'll count. In this game, you'll just kind of bounce off the rail unless you hit the buttons. So you spin sideways, land on a rail, it doesn't care. It only cares if you've told it, I want to do a board slide, you know, which means that you actually have to plan and think about stuff, which is good. Dang it. Yeah, like I've just barely tapped the trigger and I like overcompensate. Hey, that was cool. I don't feel like I was actually on the coping for that, but yeah. I also figured out why the hard flips and 360 inward heel flips look weird. What I think happened, let's see if I can find some kind of line to do. What I think happened is that they took the regular hard flip and they just spun it, you know, like they didn't record a 360 hard flip. They just took a regular hard flip, added an extra spin to it in like their 3D animation and called it a day. And I know that the animation's not done, whatever, but like that's why it seems like it's technically right, but it just looks really unnatural and weird. Yeah. Let me see. Oh, I want to do some of those challenges, but I'm not sure. Flip into the 9-stair rail. Where's the 9-stair rail? Like this level is pretty big. Is this 9 stairs? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What are the chances that this is the 9-stair rail that it's talking about? I don't know. There was one yesterday. The challenge was like do some grinds. Did that 0 out of 9? No, that didn't count. There were some challenges down the 10-stair at the banks, and there's a spot that looks like the Brooklyn Bank, so I assume that's what it's talking about. And I could not get anything to work. Man, getting lined up is really tough. I hope the sensitivity gets tweaked somehow, because I feel like I'm a little bit off, so I tap the trigger just to barely adjust, and then I adjust a lot. All right. See, I'm gonna see if doing like an actual grind and not some weird glitch will count. But again, this is a 9-stair rail. It may not be the 9-stair rail, but how would I know that? Kickflip 5-0. There we go. Nope, still 0 out of 9. Well, maybe that one's it. But yeah, the one that I was doing, I got one to work, and it was doing grinds down that specific rail, and that one was counting. And it had to be different grinds, which was interesting, because I don't think I came up with 10 different grinds I could do on that thing. All right, oops. Yeah, that's also the thing. Like, I tried to do 2 quick turns. Oh yeah, try to turn, like adjust a little bit, and then it'll count it as a revert, because you double tap the trigger to revert, or you just tap the trigger to turn. So it's easy to accidentally do one when you mean to do the other. All right. I swear, this is like harder than real skateboarding in some ways. Okay, that count? No, it did not. No, it did not. Alright, well, if I run into another 9-stair, I will try some grinds on it and see what happens. Catham parking entrance, over the bump to gap. Does that say bump? Get a backside switch tray flip. What is a backside tray flip? Is there a frontside tray flip? I don't know what you mean by that. If it's like a hip, you could do it backside. I don't know. Ooh, is this the 9-stair? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hey, look, another 9-stair. Let me guess, that one's probably a 9-stair too. Let's see if this one counts. I set the time to 4 a.m. when I started. Let me see if it says what time it is right now. Oh, okay. So I turned the cycle on. I don't think. Oh, it says at the bottom. It's 1:16:07. What? I set it to 4. How did it become 1? Whatever. I don't know. All right. Let's try a flip to grind on this 9-stair. Not that one. Kickflip, front, 5-0 is what I'm going for. Did that count? 0 out of 9, no. But I still want to do a 360 flip nose grind. I think that would be cool. Whoa. I also want to try, there's the like manual catch mode. Oh, nice. Ooh, some PJ Ladd action right there. Yeah, there's the manual catch mode where you just fling the board and you actually have to catch it, which is an interesting idea. I have not tried that one yet, but people are doing some weird stuff with that online. Is this the parking? Catham parking? I don't know. So if there was like, no, that's the camera mode. If there was like a map that would show you, because here's a bump. Over the bump to gap. I don't think this is a parking entrance. It's an entrance to something though. Maybe people are parking in there, how do I know? Bump to gap. Is this the bump to gap? If I do a switch backside tray flip? So maybe I come in down here, gap in, or you know, jump in, get some speed, and tray flip out of that. Will that count? I think there's about a 3% chance that it will, but I'll do it anyway, because why not? I got nothing else to do. Alright, let me set my marker. Oh, come on, Oh, you switch back to normal when you pick the board up. So I can't have a marker where I'm in switch and be standing. That's interesting. Well, that was a whoopsie. Okay, so that's what I'm going to try to do. I doubt that's going to count for anything, but it'll still be cool, so why not? Okay, I might have to go a little bit on the lower side. Well, will that help? I'm not sure. Oops. If I go on the lower side, I have to get higher, but I wouldn't lose as much speed. There we go. Did that count? No, it did not. That was kind of backside in the way that I like gapped over it. I didn't, you know, like my back was to it as I transferred over it. So again, probably just the wrong spot, but how would I know that? I do like the idea of challenges and stuff. I don't know if this game's gonna have a story mode and all that, but this is all I would really need out of it. Ooh. Oops, sorry, I'm on goad. Don't tell anybody. Hold on. Tell me this is a 9-stair too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, like 11. That's probably not it. Doesn't mean I can't skate it though. Oh, what's this spot? Oh, let me do something here. This will be cool. Ooh. Okay, let me figure out a line. Hey, there's stuff set up to make it a little bit easier to skate. How about I do... You know what, let me just try it. I'd like to put together some kind of line, but let me just try this spot first. I'm gonna do a nollie backside 360. Oops. The timing is still pretty tough. I'm getting used to it. I play skate all the time still, so... Alright, so you have to hit the trigger to wind up a little bit, and then flick. There we go. Oh, come on, back down. There we go. I should make sure I can get the physics of that to work out before I commit to doing some kind of line. Hey, nice. That actually looks pretty good. Okay, so. Oh, I'm at the police headquarters. Uh-oh. Let me figure out. Could do something down the stairs. Can you do a late trick? I don't think you can. A kickflip. Oh, no, because if you do something else in the air, it's like your grind control, so you're getting in position for a grind. Okay. So yeah, like if I were to do a nose slide, I would ollie and then just hit left on the left stick because I'm moving my left foot over. What was that? What was that? I did like a shifty as I was doing a kickflip, but it looked really weird. Let's see. Boom. Oh, yeah, okay. It looked a lot weirder. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna do something down the stairs. I'm gonna do a gazelle flip down the stairs, then a nollie backside 360 heel flip. That's what I'm gonna do. How was that for a first try? Yeah, I'm not like instantly defaulting to using the triggers yet. Tried to turn there and I reverted. Okay. Okay, bad start. I changed a couple of settings, by the way. There is a way to do the scoops less. Dang it! I'm just trying. I need to line myself up better. Where you don't have to do the full half circle to scoop a 360 trick. It's only like 2/3, which in theory makes it a little bit harder to do varial stuff or 180 pop shove-its or whatever. But I like it more. It feels more like skate, which, again, I'm very used to. Okay, now that, but with the varial. Here we go. That was not a varial, madam. Okay, that was a varial. Oh, man. It's hitting down to stop for some reason, and I set another marker. I'll have to run back there. Okay. Yeah, so I am glad to be playing some games today. My week has been absolutely insane. I'm pretty behind on stuff for the channel, unfortunately. I have a couple videos that are partway done, like either researched or whatever, but I worked so much this week, made me want to die. I mean, I always want to die, but like, it was quite a bit. I do, it's all freelance, so sometimes it just all lands at the same time, and man, this is hard. It just all lands at the same time, and there's only so much you can do about it. I need more room, I think. It's hard to tell. I wish there was like a arrow that extended out of you to show, like, you know, in a game where, like a pool video game where when you line up your shot, you can see like a projection of where the ball would go. That would help. Come on, how did I not even spin at all? That does not seem likely. Ooh, perfect. Okay, here we go. Hey, nice. Okay, cool. Let's see how that looked. I haven't actually tried to mess with the camera. Can you do keyframes and stuff? Gotta zoom in, out, rotate, shift, controls. Remove tag? Yeah, I don't know. Let's try it. How to remove tag. No, that is making me raise or lower the camera. Add tag? Okay, I don't know what the tag thing is doing, per se. Let me just watch it this way. Oops. Oh, crap. Do I still have it? Okay. I tried to hide the UI and I accidentally did that. Okay, I went like an overhead drone view. Here we go. Gazelle flip. Oh, nice. I do like how that slide out looks. That's pretty cool. Oh, yeah, I like that. That's good. Yeah, that one was not so great. But there's only so much you can do as far as like, I'm going to try to find a new spot. Only so much you can do as far as in a game knowing what the player's going to do. So like, she couldn't have been turning her shoulders in the direction of my revert before I hit the revert button, you know? So like, games are never going to look perfect. Let me guess, is this a 9-stair? 1, 2, 3. No, that's a lot more. Whatever, I can still do some stuff here. Let me come up with something to do. One thing I always loved to do in skate was a 360 flip Noseblunt. So I'm going to try one of those and see what happens. Probably going to land it first try. Oh, okay, alright. Too much speed. Alright. The Smiths are so messed up. which is what my real Smiths are like. So I don't think that was locked in. No, that was not locked in. That does not look like something you could do. All right. Ah, dang it, I hit the wrong thing again. I set another marker. Keep doing that. How am I holding the board? It's like stuck to the back of my hand. Or, okay. I have seen so much weird stuff in this game. Just people posting online. Like there's a glitch that happens, I don't know how, I haven't run into it, where your character doesn't move anymore. Like you can skate around, but their body doesn't do anything. So you're just standing straight up and like jumping around and spinning and stuff. Looks kind of ridiculous. Okay, I need more of an angle. Alright. How about this? I gotcha. Tray flip, nose blunt. Okay. Kick flip over crook. That's fine. I don't know how I could spin harder for the nose blunt. You know what's interesting is that in the... man, I don't know if I can do this. You know, there's a little lag time between when you land on the board and when you can turn. Like, it looks like I'm just waiting till the last second. Like, I actually can't turn until I'm a little bit closer. But yeah, something interesting is, like, let me see. That was in skate guide, control, oops, regular stance, normal grinds. Look at the nose grind, or the over crook, aka nose grind. I always think that one is really funny to me because a front side over crook and a front side susky are technically not tricks, right? If you ask, you know, street skaters from the 90s or whatever. But there's no good reason why they wouldn't be. But it still kind of sticks to that. Like people will still say that. You can do something that looks obviously like an over crook. Like I ollied over the rail and I landed in a backside nose grind on the other side. There's no way. Oh, that was actually close. There's no way that is not a frontside over crook. But like some people have a really hard time admitting that that could possibly be a trick. It's such a weird thing. So I remember on the barracks, they posted a guy. He did like a 360 flip frontside over crook on a rail, and again it was like locked in, truck pinched. Like there was no way you would call that a nose grind, and the barracks just calls it a nose grind because like this weird thing, you know, like they just don't believe that it could possibly be a trick, so the only thing you can call it is a nose grind. It's kind of weird, you know, like if your truck isn't straight, if it's pinched, then how is it not a crook of some kind? And if you approach frontside, ollied over it, and landed in a backside crook, how could it not be an ollie over backside crook, aka a frontside over crook? It's kind of weird. I get it with the backside susky because there's a guy named Susky and he did the backside, but if there's no name for the frontside version, like why not just throw him a freebie, you know? He didn't invent the frontside version, but you can still name it after him. Anyway, this trick does not seem like it is getting done. I think I might need to give myself something a little bit easier. How about, I wouldn't mind doing something to a front blunt. Maybe, what if I did a nollie front blunt? That could be cool. Nollie front blunt. Okay, so I got the controls right on that. It's not always intuitively obvious what I should do. Even if it makes sense afterward, it's not always like natural for me to do what the game wants me to do. Okay. Oh. So, you know, something I've been getting into lately, I watched, you know how it is on YouTube where I watched one video on people sampling the best bourbon of the year last year or something like that. And I now get tons and tons of videos. Ooh, nollie front blunt. Nice. Finally. Okay. And I now get tons and tons of videos on my homepage for bourbon. And I actually bought some pretty decent bourbon just to check it out and see if I could... Oh, what happened? Oh, so like he looks like he's about to not, or she looks like she's about to nollie and then just kind of doesn't. Whatever, I'm still gonna count it. I'm not actually trying to like record clips and make videos or anything. It's just whatever. But anyway, so like you watch people try bourbon, and I know this is the same for any kind of whiskey or wine or anything like that, where they're getting all this stuff that no human can taste. So I'm trying to figure out something to do here. So like they taste this stuff and like, oh yes, there's bits of apple and there's caramel and you can taste the blah 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 and all this stuff. And I'm thinking like, am I crazy? Because to me it's 99.9% alcohol and wood in bourbon, like from a technical perspective. There's no cinnamon in there, there's no apples in there, there's no burnt caramel in there. It's not there. So whoa, what happened there? So my question is, and I'm not saying I believe one way or the other, I'm just trying to figure it out. Is that real at all? Are they actually picking out this really subtle stuff and that's just the best way they have to describe it? Or is it some shared delusion that people have? Which I think is an interesting idea anyway. Like, I learned how to taste bourbon from this guy, and he learned from this guy, and if you go far enough back, somebody just made it all up, I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think, you can actually tell certain stuff. It's just kind of weird to me. But I am learning a lot about that. I probably shouldn't bother because then I'll start to be too picky. I'm going to do a nollie flip, no slide. Can I nollie tray out? Maybe, we'll see. I don't want to learn too much about that because then I don't want to become a snob for it. But I just think it's kind of interesting. So there's one thing that they do in the bourbon world. If you have like a fancy, whoa, cool. If you have a fancy label, well, like if your liquor store is well known, people know you for your taste or whatever, you can do a single barrel pick, which is where you go to a distillery and you pick out one barrel that you're going to put your special label or sticker on, and you're going to sell it as your pick, which is interesting. I don't know how to tray flip out because my left stick is to the left instead of to the top. Oh, well, like that, I guess is how you would do it. And so you would have your special label, like this is the Rad Rat pick for, Maker's Mark or whatever the case may be. And I didn't realize that the different... Just gonna watch this. Hey, that's pretty cool. I'd meant to spin out the other way, like a tray flip instead of a bigger spin flip, but, pretty cool. Anyway, so I could do like the Rad Rat pick, and I've picked out this specific barrel, but I didn't realize that the individual barrels all taste significantly different. They make the exact same stuff, like the recipe is the same. They're putting it in the same exact type of barrels made with the same kind of wood. They're leaving them right next to each other, and yet there can be huge differences between how they taste. Well, huge to people who know what they're talking about. I don't know if I'd be able to tell. And the only reason the product can taste the same is that they blend them all together. But yeah, like I just wonder how much of this matters, or if it's just like you can train yourself to pick out these differences and you have assigned some kind of meaning to them. I don't know if that makes any sense. No, that's more than a 9 set, isn't it? Oh, sorry. I don't know if you caught that glitch. My screensaver or my theme changed wallpapers, and that makes the game freeze. I said to do that once a day, but just so happened to do that at 10:30 a.m. while I'm recording. I would love to find that 9-stair. I really don't know where to look for it. I've probably gone right past it, but anyway. Ooh, maybe I could do a cool ledge line. Okay, maybe something here, and then come on. She falls down way too easy. Then maybe something down there. Okay, how about I want to do a back blunt kickflip, and then hard flip crook. Man, that might be asking a lot, but let's give it a shot. We'll see what happens. Oh, good start. Let me try to set it like this. All right. All right. Ollie up. Okay, so I did set the, I put it on, time spinning seems to be the best one in my particular case, by the way. I set the casual grinds on just to try it out, and I didn't notice any difference. It might be that that's why I can land in those grinds that don't make sense. I'm not sure. Well, yeah, that was a little bit more unforgiving. Let me see. Okay. Again, like I'm not sure how to actually do flips out because the stick is sideways, so I don't know if the controls are rotating with it or if I gotta like work my way back to normal before I try to do a trick out. Not entirely sure yet. Missed that, but I was gonna try. No, I still did that weird board slide. I guess the casual mode had nothing to do with that. Okay, so that was weird. I went left with that like you would with a kickflip normally. What if I go down? Oh, okay, so left stick has to go down. My controls are actually sideways at that point. All right, now how do I actually spin out? Do I have to spin with the triggers? Yeah, okay, so that didn't particularly count because that was weird looking. Not that it mattered because I bailed my second trick. Okay, cool. Man, why do I keep doing, I just gotta pop out quicker when I still got speed, I think. But it is not easy. The game does look good though. Like the graphics and everything, like that, the marble is kind of like, it's not perfectly flat, you know, you see all the texture in it and all that. Like it looks pretty good. Especially considering how early it is and all that. I still have that weird, you know, if I do one of those weird ones, I'm just gonna count it because I don't know if I'm gonna get that second trick. I'm trying a hard flip front crook. But if I get one of those weird grinds, I'm just gonna count it because this game is hard. And I have no standards. Okay. Blunt. Kickflip. Oh, come on. I was spinning. Backside. She popped out to fakie. Okay. I'm still getting the hang of the to run and jump on your board. It still seems like it's a little bit inconsistent as to how it works. Sometimes you land really fast, sometimes it's slow, so it's kind of hard to get to build up like a slowly work your way into doing the trick right because it's not the same every time. If that makes any sense. Like you're not making small tweaks, it's a little bit random. What kind of salad? What kind of salad? Okay, here we go. Okay, so I was doing the wrong foot. So it's tough because the right stick is to my right. I'm trying to grind something on my right over here. So I feel like I should be using the right stick to lock on, but no, I got to use my left foot, which is on the left. Okay, whatever. Like I said, I'm going to count that if it comes to it. Oh, yes. I wish I had actually done that blunt correctly because that hard flip crookie monster looked really good. Oh, look at that angle. Oh, that sucks. There you go. Yeah, okay, so slow-mo does not really hold up all that well, but yeah, cool. And then the alley-oop, front shove out. Yeah, okay, all right. Not so bad. So I'm planning on doing a hard flip trick tip soon for the channel, which I'm sure I've said a million times because I've been trying to do one for a long time. Well, not consistently trying it, but I have tried to film for one quite a few times. I can do the trick. Like if you pull it on me in a game of skate, I'll probably get it. I can do it pretty consistently, but I always land in a little kick turn, like every time. I have just got to work on that, figure out that one little bit to get that extra like 10 degrees of the hard flip, and then I'll be really good at them. But it's like that trick for some reason is like the devil. Okay, is this a 9-stair? No, I think this was a 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I still don't know where that parking area is either. Alright, let's do something cool. Let me see. Doing a grind at the top of a bank is really tough to figure out, like, when you pop and the angle and where your weight has to be and all that. I can only imagine it's going to be difficult in the game, too. Let's give it a shot. I meant let's actually try to land it, not just throw my corpse at it. Okay. Not so bad. Whoa! Yeah, they need to motion capture some bales and not just have you... Why? Why are you doing that every time? Oh, I don't even know what I'm trying to do here. Yeah, there we go. It's going for no slab. I'll take a crook. Alright. Pole jam? Can you do a pole jam? Probably not. I'm gonna ollie at it. Well, oh yeah, I didn't do a 50-50 control, which is up and down on the left and right stick. I just let myself land on it, which is not how that works. Alright, let me figure out something to do. Oh. I'd love to find that parking structure, but I am not going to worry about it. I'll either run into it or I won't. There was a cool spot that I was skating. Ooh, is this a 9-stair? No, that's more, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whatever, I'll do a trick on it. Oh, this is the spot I was talking about, I think. Yeah, when I did my first gameplay. Oh yeah, I was skating this and I was trying to do a board slide on it. Oh, I put this ramp here too. It stayed there. That's cool. And now that I actually know how to play the game a little more, I'm going to try to do something on this. I don't know what yet though. How about... Oh, you know what I haven't tried is spinning into a grind. Because like if I'm spinning, are my controls fakey, as if I'm doing a fakey trick, or are they normal? You know, like I spun, but if I was doing a trick as I was spinning, the controls wouldn't flip. If that makes any sense. I'm not sure how that's gonna work. Let me see. I'm gonna do a backside flip fakie 5-0 is what I'm gonna try. Historical challenge. Huh. Do not know what those are. I'm gonna look in the menu for that as soon as I land this. Steez bomb. Okay. Again, it's either 90 or 270 a lot of times. I can't like revert into a grind, so I gotta spin the whole thing. Okay. Alright, here we go. This is gonna be it. I kinda did the wind up and then I let off the trigger too quick. I also discovered that if you spin the opposite way once you're in the air, like you can wind up all the way as if you're gonna do like a 270 and then just hold the opposite trigger in the air and you'll land straight. Like you'll counteract that spin in the air. Oh man, that is gonna be tough. Doing it without the kickflip wouldn't make it any easier or harder. It's just I was holding down. Alright. Maybe I should be trying this on like a... Oh, come on. What did I do wrong there? Okay, I'm just a little bit off. Okay. Alright, fair enough. I was playing yesterday, and I fell... I hit the corner of a ledge, and I fell. And then I respawned, like, beneath the ground or something. Like, you couldn't see where I was. There was a ledge in my skateboard that was just glitching out like crazy. And I had to just quit the game out. There is lots of really weird stuff like that happens. I saw somebody, they were playing as just the board. So he's skating around, doing tricks. And then, like, it's just the board. And then he rides by his character just, like, laid out somewhere. Like, the character bailed, but just the board recovered. Kind of funny. Like, I'm sure they'll iron out a lot of this stuff. When you launch the game, the game version is like 0.0.0.5 or something like that. Like, they're not trying to claim this is anywhere near done by any means. Okay, so I'm holding down on the right stick, which is how you would do a 5-0. And I just did like a fakey nose grind, so I'm not sure if I do have to reverse my controls. So the concept is like, okay, if I ollie and hit down, I'm gonna do like 5-0, right? So if I ollie and I hit down and I'm spinning, am I gonna do a fakie 5-0? That doesn't seem to be the case, although I haven't really gotten close enough to know for sure. Oh, I did that 270 flip tail slide. Come on. How do you bounce off the rail? I'm gonna have to put the casual mode back on. I don't get why I keep hitting the rail but not grinding it. I get if I were to land in the board slide like that, but I keep trying to do... Okay, this might be a little bit too tough for this guy. Alright, whatever. Alright, let me see if I can figure out what that historical challenge thing was. Historical challenges. Oh, okay. Well, just do stuff. Frank Gerwer was the first person to kickflip the 9-stair set in the Brooklyn Banks. It was aired in 1995 in the number 9 video, Another Number. Cool. I did a 270 kickflip to tailslide, which is a little bit different than what you said, but cool. I really like that concept. There was actually a game that was in development for a while. I won't go into detail about it because it is not in development anymore, but it was going to be all about history, and you were going to like recreate skateboarding's moments. So like maybe it'd be the same city, but it'd be like 1975 and you'd be bombing hills, and then it would be like, you know, 1982 and you'd be doing a boneless and like all this kind of stuff. It was a really interesting concept. Ooh, hoo, hoo. But, oh, I might have to 50-50 that. That might be a Pat Duffy challenge. I'm going to try that in a minute. I'm going to do something else down that gap, though. So I do like the idea of having real life, because of course you're going to put real life spots in a game like this. Like, why wouldn't you? But, like, actually respecting the history and challenging you to do real life tricks is a pretty cool idea. Okay. So, I'm going to do my best Pat Duffy impression, and I'm going to do a 50-50 down this thing. Man, look at this run they give you. This sucks. Why did you have to angle? Just cut the corner off this building or something like that. Alright. I don't know if it'll care if I do it front side or back side, so I'm going to do it. Ooh. So from what I can tell... Oh, can I just caveman it? Let me see. Alright, let me see. Let me see. I swear I'm trying different things. I just keep doing the same exact thing and landing in the same spot. Come on. Okay, I'm not going to try to caveman it. That's not going to happen. The 50-50s, man, I had some trouble getting that one to work. That should not be like the hardest trick in the game. Okay, so maybe if I lock on before the stairs. I'm trying to get on really early, but that might not be reasonable. Oh, come on, I ollied. What happened? Okay, I need to set a new marker. Set a marker. There we go. There we go. Ugh. Come on. Don't get off your board. No. Bad. Okay, what's happening when I'm ollieing right there? Am I just doing it too late or something? Look at the front foot. Like, I'm doing an ollie, but it's just not counting. Okay. Alright, here we go. Here we go. 50-50 grind. 50-50 grind. So, I'm sure this is not going to be a challenge because this doesn't seem lined up very well for this. Oh, can I just try it? You know what? I'm going to do a backside. I don't care. Who says my character's not goofy? You know, like, I don't know if it would be that specific. But I'm thinking of Pat Duffy in Questionable, where he does his super, like a quad kink 50-50. Man, I'm running into that thing where you can't turn for a second after you put the board down. So although pushing is slower, It works better in tighter spots. And I haven't landed anything on this. You know, there needs to be a way to ollie higher, like to suck your feet up or something. Because I feel like it's just this really casual ollie no matter what, no matter the circumstances. Okay. Yeah, no challenge for that, but there you go. Is this the parking structure? No. I'm never gonna find that, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Whoa, what happened there? I was about to do a nollie tray flip, and then I was late, and then the that's cool. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna find a nice mellow gap with some easy run, and then I'm gonna try to turn off the automatic catch and just see what happens with that. No, ollieing over that rail will not be nice and mellow. There's a couple stairs up there. If I can get there. Wait, there was a... Come on, back off your board. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna go up here. I'm just gonna pick like 3 or 4 stairs or whatever, just so I have a little bit more air time, and we'll see what happens. Okay. That may not be enough to make any difference, but here we go. Option, I know, skate guide. How do you do that? Gameplay. Let's do catch mode manual. Choose whether you want to catch your tricks manually or automatically. Fantastic. What does that mean and how does it work? I don't know yet. So I'm gonna start by doing a kickflip. See what's different. Okay, so the board just keeps flipping. What do I do to catch the board? No, it's not move the sticks. It must be button press. It's not a button. Well, it's not A anyway. The X? No. Is it... Wouldn't be the triggers, because that's still going to be spin no matter what. I don't know how this mode works. Can I do like a... Okay, so I did up on the left stick, down on the right stick like you do a 50-50. Maybe I didn't need both. Let me just try one and try to catch with my front foot. Okay, so that worked. I just did up on the left stick to catch. Okay, seeing if I could do a double, but all right. So let's see what else I can do. I saw someone saying that they can do 360 flips on flat with the catch mode and it works, but doing it downstairs is like glitched out. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Okay, let's go back and do a 360 flip. Yeah, that animation is gonna need some work, but cool. So yeah, they're saying that the trick is glitched out, but I'm assuming that this would essentially count as flat because it's such a small gap. Okay, yeah, and I saw someone else do a 360 flip and they catch it and it does like a late shove, and it can work. Yeah, so like I'm catching it. I mean, I'm doing the input to catch it, and then it keeps on spinning. Well, let me just try a different trick. Okay, let's try a laser flip. That is weird. I don't particularly like that. Okay, so I caught a 3 shove a little late and I over rotated. Whether that was on purpose or that was like some weird. Okay, maybe that just happens every time. I don't know. I'm also curious if they're going to make it so that if you catch it with your front foot or your back foot or whatever, like it actually looks different. Okay, so I can't even get a laser flip to work. Whoa, I did not hit anything there. I can't even, let me see. Like if it's actually gonna look and act different. What is going on, man? I need something easier, maybe just a varial heel flip. That was not a varial heel flip. Why do I keep, when I reset, I'm like sideways. Okay. I know I set my scoop mode to where it makes it a little bit harder to do just a varial, but I swear I'm barely even spinning it. Okay, I did like less than a quarter of a spin of the stick, and it still counted that as a 360. Okay, are varial flips possible in this scoop mode? Yeah, okay. It's almost the exact same thing as just popping it though. Okay, alright. Now I gotta be patient. Man, like, spawning in with my legs all weird. Oh, there we go. I did it. Okay, so that mode is what it is. It might be cool eventually. It doesn't feel like it really, honestly, works all that well at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off. Okay, that was catch mode. Turn that back on auto. What is scoop input? Okay, yeah. So do a quarter or a half arc instead of quarter and a half arc for 180 and 360. Small method uses eighth and quarter arc inputs. Okay. Scoop speed mode. Okay, whatever. I haven't had a lot of trouble with that, other than me just complaining about it. Scoop continuous mode. Holding the scoop input will cause the board to scoop continuously until released. Yeah. Okay, so in theory, that's like 540 flips and stuff, but if 360 flips are glitched out, then I can't really show that at the moment. Okay, that's fine. Let's find another spot. Skated here last time. There was some stairs up here. Oh, that was my first. No, this wasn't the first 9 set I tried earlier, I don't think, was it? Okay. Let's see, what else can we get into? Alright, here's a cool, ooh, can I do a grind to gap? Maybe. With that fence there, it's not gonna be easy. I know you can move stuff around. I'm not entirely sure how. Yeah, that's camera mode. Oh yeah, you can switch which side the camera is on for whatever reason. Man, I can't remember how you get into the item drop mode or whatever. Okay, so that's possible. I just gotta pop out. Man, I swear I hit every button on the controller. I don't know. I've done it before. I don't remember how you do that. Whatever. Oh, hello. I'm hitting push. Okay, okay. So I'm gonna do a tail slide kickflip. That's what I'm gonna do, and it's gonna be awesome. Okay, alright. I gotta remember that the controls go sideways. Okay, whoa, hold on. I hit triangle and she ran on her own. Okay, so that was a 5-0 or front side Susky, as we talked about. Okay, I just got to start in my hand because she is going wild. Okay. Nope. Front tail. Kickflip out. Nope. Front tail, kickflip out. Hey! Clip the last stair, but whatever. Nice. Or did I? It almost looked... Yeah, I did. It almost looked like I just sunk into the ground, which I did, but... Okay. Boom. Nice. Cool. Alright, let's see. Oops, I set a marker there. Wow, did you see her dead eyes? Can I... Look at that. Oh, that's so creepy. I hate that so much. Could just imagine that. Like you're out, you work in one of these buildings, you're going out for lunch, you grab some at the food truck over there, sitting down on the bench, you glance over, and you see that. Looking at you. Terrifying. Look at that. I had a friend telling me about how, I think it was her friend, looked out on her porch one night and there was just a guy standing on it just staring at the house. And he's just this really weird neighbor. Like there's probably something wrong with him, but they don't know. Just like standing on the porch staring. And he was recently just standing in the street. Oh, I skated that already. He was just standing in the street late at night doing nothing, just staring off into nothingness. That might be mildly creepier than this girl's dead eyes, but I'm not sure. Okay, so I skated this before, but I didn't do the chain gap. I'm gonna try to do that. I'm gonna come up with something. Have some drink. All right, I'm gonna do. Did I set a marker? Okay, I'm gonna do a backside flip, and then a switch, front side, big spin, flip, heel flip. All right, here we go. Okay, all right. Oh, okay, so that was it. I just needed more speed. Okay. Oh, man, that gap is hard. I was trying to skate that the first time I played, and I was having some trouble with it, but I know how to push a little bit better now. Oh, there it was. Cool. All right, let me check that out. Okay, so you can edit your clip by hitting that. No, let me go free camera. Let me figure this out. So do you like, oh, file camera, orbit camera, free camera. Okay. So in Skate, you could do, sorry you keep hearing my phone. It went off earlier too. You could set like keyframes, which does not, I don't see an option for that. Camera position key. That would make sense. Playback speed key. Hey, I moved it and I set a key. What are you talking about? Okay, I'm gonna move over here. See, for the left and right, D-pad, playback speed key, previous next key, add or remove key. I'm gonna add a key. Boom. I've added a key. Or did I remove a key? I don't know. Add or remove a key. Which one is... I'm going to hit down to add a key. No, not a playback speed key. Man, this... I don't understand. Why was that only speed? Here's your lower camera. Playback speed key. Previous next key. Add or remove key. Okay. There's a key. Now I'm going to move... No! Why can't I make the camera... I might have to do this some other time, because I'm extremely confused. Previous or next key. So if I go to my previous key... Oh, I can't. It doesn't do anything. Okay. Field of view key? Playback... Camera position key. Okay. And then I can add it. Okay. So... the left and right for previous and next, like that's not go to the previous and next, that's changing which thing you're gonna work on. So camera position key. Oh my god. Okay. All right. So I had interpolation on, which should mean that it would like automatically go. So let's say camera position key is what I have on right now. Shift controls. I'm gonna add a key. This is free camera, interpolate, on, add. Does this mean, okay, so it does. It does. I don't know how to fix that at this point. This line is not worth it, but okay, so let's do this. Let's do a key in the middle. That was bumper, add key. Wait, I need to move it first. Okay, something like that. Bumper, add key, interpolate on, add. Okay, yeah, alright, so this is kind of like Skate, but like in Skate, if you come to a dead stop, your character will kind of move a little bit forward and a little bit back, you know, to feel more realistic. Okay, I just want to add a key, interpolate on, boom. Alright, let me watch this clip with that annoying cut that I don't know if I can fix. Yeah, can I like edit this key? Remove key. Will that work? Did that do anything? No, it didn't. Okay, thank you. Remove key. Whatever. Nice. Cool. Yeah. So, yeah, of course, it needs work, but that is pretty cool. I don't hate that. I could see doing some cool stuff. I remember in Skate when you could film your clips and upload them, and they had a whole like social network site with all that stuff. That was so cool. You could send your friends clips. Like, it was before you could easily, you know, well, it's still not that easy to capture from your console versus just like hitting upload through the game, you know. But that was really cool. But now, like on the Xbox, you can just do. I've been doing this with Skate 3 every now and then. You just do a clip and then you record it with the Xbox. You know, record the last 30 seconds thing, and there you go. So I can see a lot of people putting together compilations. They're doing it already, and I'm disgusted how good a lot of people are already. Okay, let's see what other trouble we can get into. It's actually midday now. I think the day-night cycle is pretty good. It's not super fast. It's kind of reasonable. Been playing for a little over an hour, and it's been like maybe 12 hours or so, roughly. Started at 4 a.m. Trying to see where the sun was. Okay. Is it an actual wax ledge? You know, I found this wax ledge. I could see it. I live right by a school, and I could see this wax ledge across the street all the time. And it's right by the door of this school. And I didn't want to go over there and just try to skate, because there's always stuff going on, you know, whatever. Some sort of event, or this sport has whatever, like all this kind of stuff. And I finally went there late one night. I just skated over there. And it's not wax. It just had like someone's tire rubbed against it. But it had this black mark all the way along the bottom stair. Well, no, it was like a ledge next to some stairs, and it has like black on it. So you would think it was wax, but it wasn't. And I was so disappointed. Like, I just need to find a cool, simple spot to skate where I don't get bit by dogs, which is what happens every single time I go skate. I post about it on Instagram, but I just started skating. I was skating at that school, but there's nothing there. It was just in the parking lot, just doing flat ground stuff. And if you see my trick tip for the varial heel flip or other stuff I'd post in my stories, it's just like in the parking lot at the school. And there's this hey, Noseblunt. That was a nice pop out. That was kind of cool. And there's just this field next to it, and kids go there and they play catch or whatever, and skating right by it, and people will come there and let their dogs off, and they let them off the leash. Well, dogs want to come investigate what that little thing making noise is, you know, your skateboard, so they always run over and attack me. So the last time it happened, well, the second to last time it happened, there was, I'm gonna do a front shove, back crook, nollie heel. So there was this family, the two parents, a kid, and two dogs, and they just come over with the leashes, let the dogs out, and then they're running around, and the dog runs over, and he's like taller than me, this dog, and runs up and jumps on me. And so they call the dog back, and he didn't attack me, but he was huge. So like he scratched me up a little bit, scratched my chest and my arm and stuff. And so the couple, they yell to the dog, he comes over, and I expect they're gonna come over and say like, "Oh, I'm sorry, you okay?" You know, whatever. There's stuff you do when your dog jumps on somebody in public. And what they chose to do instead was just run away. So they just called the dog back, put his leash back on, and just ran away, which was so frustrating. Like, you really don't care. I know I'm not that young, but from a distance, I might look like some punk kid, you know, whatever, and they might feel intimidated, or, you know, like I'm going to try to do something and they got their kid, or I don't know, but like, you could have the decency to make sure I'm okay. And then like a week after that, I'm back there again, and I'm skating. I don't know, I can't not do the 360 I'm gonna have to consider moving that scoop mode back to normal. And this guy comes, and you know, it's just this field, little field. I mean, field's the wrong word. It's just this patch of grass that's between patch of grass and field size. And this guy comes in this truck. He opens up the door, and his 2 dogs jump out, again off their leash, and they just run around in the grass until they dump, and then he leaves. And it's like, kids on their break at school or at lunch or after school or whatever are just running around in there, and now there's 2 big loads in there that they can trip on. Like, who does that? How do you not pick up after your dog? Or like, how do you not let them run around in your backyard? But that was all he was there for. He wasn't there to play with the dogs, and they just so happened to relieve themselves while they were there. He was just there to let them crap, and then he grabbed them and they left. And so he had like a bulldog and like a little terrier or something like that. And I happened to be taking my break. If I do a 360 shove it one more time, come on. And so like I happened to be sitting down already taking my break, and they I swear I am just barely touching the joystick. I don't know why I'm doing a 360. Or nothing, I guess is okay. So like nothing happened because I wasn't moving. I was just sitting down. But I don't want to feel like I gotta look over my shoulder and make sure I'm not gonna be attacked every time I go out in public. Like, what is up with that? Why are people like that? It's not that hard. Like, there's dog parks. I live in a very, very dog-friendly area. Like, there's dog parks that you can go to. There's, you know, I'm sure you've got somewhere where you can take your dogs that isn't a public area with other people at it. But, yeah, that's... Every time I try to leave the house, there's dogs running after me. Okay. This trick does not seem like it's going to happen. I might have to settle for just a crook nollie heel flip. Well, that might not even happen either. It's like she can't decide if she's going to grind the one side or the other. Or neither. Here we go. Steezy. So again, like how, if you were locked into that from the other side, you wouldn't just call that a nose grind. Ugh. See, I can't tell if this ledge is supposed to be waxed either, because it's like black down the middle, not on the actual edge. Crook, come on, why am I bailing this stuff? Crook. Nollie heel flip. Okay, fine. Let's move on. Okay. Okay, so I skated that. That's what I thought the bump to gap... Oh, no, that one was. Oh, whatever. And it wasn't. Oh, nice. Man, this needs to go through. I'm curious. I found a spot the other day. Is it right here? Is that why? No. There's a spot like this where there's a fence and you can't get through it, and there's a pool in it. And it looks like there's crap in the pool, but it would be cool to... I'm sure they're gonna do... There's no transition at all yet. There's some banks and stuff, but there's no, like, you know, lip tricks and inverts and whatever. There's no quarter pipes. It's all street at the moment. But, oh, is that it? Yeah, that must be what I'm thinking of. Like, it doesn't look like the kind of pool that has transition in it, you know? Except for, like, the bank from the shallow end to the deep end. But there's no reason why they couldn't add that in eventually. Which could be kind of cool. But again, like, trying to add in vert mechanics and have it feel right would be a pretty huge thing. I'd rather the game, like, that could be on the back burner. I wouldn't consider that to be hugely important. Ooh. Okay. Wait, did I overflip a 360 flip? Oh, 540 double flip? I didn't know I could do that. I don't have catch mode on, do I? No. Weird, okay. Did I turn on the continuous scoop or something? Oh, okay. I'm gonna do a laser, 540 laser double. Which Rodney Mullen did, I believe? Questionable? I think that's what that... Or no, I'm thinking he did a front shove No, he did a normal laser flip. He did like a front shove, late laser flip or something like that. Okay, that one might not be possible. I did the 540 double flip, but not the 540 laser. Okay, yeah, that one's like over-rotating every time. That's weird. Well, anyway, that's cool. I didn't realize you could do that. Because I tried that with a 360 shove it the first time I played. And nothing happened. Oops, I meant to not flip. No, I said not flip. Oh, okay. I swear, I did a 360 shove it and didn't, yeah, and it didn't do anything. Now, that's weird. I must have changed something because I don't know if the game updated or anything, but I swear that it wasn't doing that the first time I played it. Okay, whatever. That's cool though. What did I do? I gotta check that out. Input mode small, that's the only thing I changed. Continuous mode is on, but I don't think I messed with that. Well, I don't know, I probably did. Let's see, there's experimental modes. Now the only thing is grinds. Oh yeah, I have them, or grabs, I mean. I have them enabled. That says that they don't even know where they're gonna take the controls, so I don't even know how to do them. The only thing you don't use is the bumpers, right? So like, ollie and hit a bumper could work, but it doesn't, so I have no idea how to do that. They might not work in this particular build at this particular moment, but yeah, I could live without grabs too. Like I see why it, you know, you're using both sticks and the triggers and all that stuff. Like, what else is left? The bumpers would be cool. I like how in Skate though, where you can like you can tweak it and all that kind of stuff, and it would help to have the pressure sensitivity for that. But all right. Oh yeah, so I gotta do a high pop trick. Oh, maybe I can grind. Oh man, why'd that have to be a gap? I wanted to like gap up and grind. Maybe, oh, I'll try it anyway. I will try it anyway. I'm gonna do, I don't know, like a 5-0 or something easy. 5-0 would actually be pretty tough in this circumstance, but whatever. Okay, so that seems reasonable enough. Okay, well that was it. That's what I wanted to do. Cool. Nollie tray. I'm gonna go tech. Do a nollie flip, nollie tray flip, Manny. I mean, how about an inward heel flip out? That's what I'm gonna do. All right, here we go. I need to relearn inward heel flips because they are cool, but difficult. That was not an nollie tray, my friend. Okay, close. Yeah, so doing a manual is just like you would expect it to be. You just hold the stick kind of halfway between, you know, flat and down, but it's kind of confusing again, like the grinds. Like, do I go down to the bottom? I did my trick, but like, do I go down to a pop, or do I scoop it out of the middle position? So like, okay, so that worked. I don't know if she was gonna drag the tail for a second and then put the board down and then do an inward heel flip. Like, the game isn't keeping track and like keeping score or anything, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, okay, I guess that worked. I'm still trying to figure out how to do a backside switch tray flip. It doesn't mean anything. But maybe if I saw that gap, I'd have an idea. Maybe there's like one direction to go or another way, but ooh, 360 inward heel flip. Yeah, I think they just took the inward heel flip and added a rotation after the fact. Kickflip, no slide. Here we go. Oh. So I'm never going to find that 9-stair. I did, what, 3 different 9-stairs? And they didn't count. Oh, wait, I got 2 out of 9? When did I get 2 out of 9? Oh, man. So I did one, and it didn't instantly count, or I would have been looking, or it was a rail when I wasn't even paying attention. Yeah, I've got 2 out of 9 of the flip into the 9-stair. Was it the rail with where I got that historical challenge? Why can't I do this kickflip no slide? I swear that was like an 11 stair though. Yeah, I'm gonna do that instead of a nose slide, because somehow Noseblunt is easier. Let me see if I can find that spot again. I swear that was more, but that's the only rail I can... I mean, I'm gonna have to go back and watch the footage, but I don't remember doing any more 9-stairs. Alright. You do a wall ride? I saw someone do a wall ride, but it was just kind of like, it wasn't built in, obviously. It was just like a character kind of bounced off the wall in such a way that kind of looked like a wall ride. But I'm sure that'll make the cut eventually. Okay. What else? No? Whoa, okay. I think I was trying to push up the ramp, but I started to come down. So instead of doing a regular push forward, I did a Mongol push backward, and then whatever. All right. Do something cool here. Hey, I mean, that was cool. That's not what I was anticipating. Is this the Brooklyn Banks area? No, but maybe there's something cool here. Did those leaves just pop in? It looked like... Oh, yeah, they did. Oh, that's weird. Like, I jumped down and landed, and it looked like it was my blood or sweat, like, dropping onto the ground or something like that. Don't know why that's what I thought. Oh, this can't be it, is it? No, because I didn't skate this one yet, did I? I think that's a 10 anyway. Here we go. We'll see. This challenge is worth $3, by the way. Like, the first ones that I did were worth, like $27 or something like that. I don't know what you do with money other than probably buy, like, clothes and stuff, but... Ugh. Come on. Too fast. Slow down. Yeah, I wonder if the casual grind mode would make you... Come on, that was not cool. Makes you kind of like sticky. Still a 2 out of 9, so that wasn't it either. Okay. What else? Yeah, I'm really curious about the story and stuff like that in this game. I don't really want there to be one. I like having stories in games, but I think that's more of like a big budget thing. You know, like I don't want a small indie game to try to hire actors and do all this kind of stuff. I just want them to put everything they've got into making the game play as good as possible. Come up with a ton of these challenges, the dailies and the weeklies and all. I don't know what happened there. The dailies and the weeklies and all that stuff just to keep me busy, but just give me cool stuff to skate and give me good tricks to do that look good. That's really all I need out of a skateboarding game, personally. Because like in the skate series, you kind of have to play it just to unlock stuff, but you're doing all the death races and crap, and nobody needs that. Those were horrible. I hated those so much. Last time I played Skate 3, the story mode anyway, which was fairly recently, I didn't do a single death race. I just did everything else so that I didn't have to. Alright. I can't figure out where that rail was. I swear I'm like right next to it. But this is a different area. This is where I did that manual combo. That sick manual combo I did. Frontside double? Oh, okay. Oh, I'm going to try that frontside double. I'm not sure that there's enough airtime. I'm just going to do a straight double, see if there's enough airtime for it. And then see if I can spin with it. Okay. I feel like I over-rotated that. Okay. So the problem is, can I hold the stick over to do the double flip, but also double tap the trigger to finish the... No, that is hard. Okay. It is hard to pay attention to both things at once. Trying to hold the stick over, but then double tap, but not hold it over too long. I gotta time it out. And then also double tap the trigger at the last second so that I can land in the revert, because I can't get the full 180. Okay. Come on. My trigger isn't even working right now. There we go. This is possible. This is possible, and I'm going to do it. Oh, yeah, I can't. I just got to push. I can't turn for a second after I land on the board for whatever reason. No. Bad. Okay, here we go. Full speed. Ugh. I can't tell. I feel like I'm not rotating it enough. No, not into a grind, ma'am. I'm sorry, that's not what I asked you for. Okay, I swear I was holding the trigger the entire time I was in the air. Yeah, so that, but, you know, a good version of it. Okay, so I tried to actually wind up a little bit, and of course that's going to send me into the stratosphere. That is so hard. Like, the timing of getting the spin right is actually really hard. I'm gonna do this. If it's the last thing I do, and I hope that it is the last thing I do. Man, my computer says my CPU usage is at 0.4. That seems a little unlikely. But cool. Okay. Oh, okay, I gotta spin that time. I just gotta think of it as a frontside flip, but hold it longer. Man. Backside flip might be easier because I feel like my left hand is doing all the work on this one. Oh, there we go. Doesn't even matter. I'd count that anyway in real life, so that's fine. Let me see. I also like how the trees still move and stuff in slow motion. Or in pause world. Okay. Here we go. Boo. Nice. Yeah, cool. That's the thing I like, is that like, that doesn't look like much. If you hadn't played the game before and you don't know what it feels like or whatever, that doesn't seem like a big deal. And it wasn't. It didn't take me forever, but it's cool that I can do something relatively simple. You know, on paper, it's a 180 and a double flip. Big deal. And it can actually be a challenge. So I do really like that about the game. Now that I'm getting a hang of it a lot more than I did in the first video, that was kind of cool. I'm starting to really, really like this. So yeah, it's interesting because I wasn't sure whether I was going to get the key for the early access, or if it was only, or if I'll only get the key for the final version. And apparently, looking it up, it's, well, what someone said in my comments on Instagram was that it depends on what level you backed it at, and I'm not sure what it was, so I just went ahead and bought it. And then a couple days after it came out, was this yesterday? I think this was yesterday. They sent out an email, like, hey, tell us which key you want. I was like, well, if you had sent me this the day it came out, I wouldn't have bought it. But I just said Xbox, because I don't play a lot of PC games because I work on my computer all day, and I'd rather not be on it when I'm not working. So I'm going to have the Xbox version when that comes out, and the Kickstarter rewards go through. So I'm going to have both versions. I'm hoping that it's going to be Xbox X enhanced, and I'm going to get some 4K action on it. That'd be pretty cool. I think Skate 3 is in 4K. Looks pretty great. Textures aren't designed for it. That ledge doesn't seem like it wants to grind properly. Oh, is this where that 9-stair was? Okay, so that's my theory of... I swear I counted those stairs and it wasn't 9 though. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that is not a 9-stair. Okay. I may have still been right though. Let's see. Flip into any grind slide. Okay. Here we go. That was not good. But yeah, I'm gonna have the Xbox version and the PC version. This is the kind of game where, like, oh, 3 out of 9. Yeah, well, no wonder I couldn't find it. This isn't 9 stairs. Okay. I'm gonna knock this challenge out then. And by knock it out, I mean I'm gonna spend like a half hour trying desperately to land tricks. Oh ho, nice. That felt good. Because this is the kind of game where I'll finish playing something else and I'll just want to... Did I just casually do the trick that I was trying forever earlier? Was that an actual Noseblunt? Well, okay, I don't know what I would call that other than a Noseblunt. Let me see, how does that look? Her creepy dead eyes, look at her. Yeah, I mean, that is what I had intended to do earlier. Wonderful. Yeah, but this is the kind of game where when I'm done playing something else and I just want like a little palate cleanser or kill some time for 20 minutes before I go to bed or something like that, it's perfect for that. Man, I should have just done my frontside double flip here because it's get a little more airtime, a lot easier. Okay, all right. So I feel like the angle of the ground feel like it does more. It affects you more than it feels like it should. In my case, so I was in my first video I was skating over. Oops, I forgot to do a grind. In my first video I was skating over trying to do this gap, and every time I reset, it was that looked weird. I was just like turning randomly. And I went back to that same spot, and it kept doing it. Like, it wasn't a controller glitch. Oh, that was weird. Yeah, it didn't hit the rail, did it? No, it just bounced off of, like, my foot or something. But why wouldn't my foot be in the exact same spot it's always in? Yeah, anyway. And I went back to that spot, and it kept doing the same thing. And I realized that there's just, like, a tiny hill there. And that's what it was. Yay, flip into the 9-stair rail. $3. $3 for that. Okay. Still have no idea where the parking area is. Oh, nice. Clean backside flip. Okay, so exit the parking. Okay. So we're at the parking. Bump to gap. This is a... Is that what it says? Let me see. Hump to gamp. What? Bump? I think that's supposed to say bump. Where's the bump to gap? This is the parking. I thought this might have been the parking, but do we have to go inside of it? Watch, next time I'll play it, I'll realize that there's, oh no, that's not it. I'll realize there is a pause button with a menu, or with a map and all that stuff, and it'll just be a big glowing arrow next to where I'm supposed to go. But yeah, like, I can't even figure out how to bring back the object dropper. Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, it was left bumper. I swear I hit that earlier, but I couldn't figure out how to bring up the dropper. Maybe I couldn't do it in the exact spot I was standing or something. Trying to give myself an excuse so I don't look stupid. Okay. Is it maybe that? Is that it? Can you gap that? Or is that ledge in the way? No, you can't gap over that. Because I could see if you were going to do it backside would mean you approach, you know, Goofy, you'd approach this way, do like a backside 90. So you could call that a backside 360 flip, maybe. But that's not really a bump to gap. That's a transfer. Possible to gap over these stairs, maybe, but I don't think that's it either. Yeah, I have no idea what that is. Is that a gap up there I can do? I don't know. I do like the way that this world feels. Like, Skate 3 is more like skate park where there happen to be some buildings too. This feels more like a city than that. Oh, no, again, that's just a transfer. That's not a bump to gap. Oh, whatever. That'll just be a mystery. But it feels more like just a real city that could exist. And since you can drop your own stuff and make your own spots and all that, I think that could still work. Kickflip out. Well, that was almost a kickflip. Oh, can you do a 540 hard flip? Okay, so like if you don't catch the 360 flip, you can do a 540 double. There's a 9-stair up here. Oh, that was not the right way. Where is that? Let's see how much of a 360 hard flip you can do. One thing I would like to be able to do, actually haven't tested this, is can you revert in a manual? Well, I did a revert. I want to keep the manual. Oh, looks like I did it for a second. That's one of my favorite things. Hey, yeah, you can. Okay, that's cool. I do really enjoy doing those. I like to do a manual to backside revert or pivot and then like switch nose manual for a little bit. I haven't like done it at a spot or anything like up on a manual pad. It's just something I'm just doing like in a parking lot or whatever. manual for a little bit, and when I reach this parking lot stripe, do the revert. It's just a cool feeling. Like you lose a ton of speed that way, though. Okay. Okay, so you can, theoretically. Okay, so this one might be like the laser flip where I think you probably have to do a 720 before it'll be upright again. Whoa, that one went a lot faster. Okay, so like sometimes it goes really fast. Yeah. So that's landable in some sort of scenario. I don't think this spot is the one for it. Let me see. Okay, 180, 360, 540, yeah, and it's just not done flipping. 720 probably could. I would just need a couple more stairs. Cool. That's not a trick. 720 hard flip is not a trick any other game has ever had that I know of. Maybe Yanya did, because there's just like random crazy nonsense in that game, but cool. I'm curious if they're gonna add in trick names and stuff. I'd almost rather they didn't. Oh, this might be tall enough. I'm gonna try it here too. I'd almost rather they didn't, because there's no doubt that some of them will be wrong and it'll really annoy me. There's a game that just came out, or is about to come out, I think. Oops. Hello. Called Skate City. And those guys, I believe it was them actually contacted me. Was I talking about this in the last video? I think I did. Contacted me to make sure their trick names were right. And then they're exclusive on the Apple Arcade, and I don't have any Apple devices, so I'll never be able to tell how well it turned out. Okay, that was interesting. Like, that was just a hard flip. No. What? I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna do this. Maybe I'll do that weird, like... Yeah, could I land that somehow? I don't know what I'm doing. I think... Oh, there we go. I landed whatever that was. Let me figure out what that was. Okay, so... It spins front side, 180, 360-ish? Okay, it's like a 360 triple hard flip, kind of, but that is weird. I don't know what else to call that, but it's just, let me see what it looks like from above. Yeah, weird, like you can even hear it, like it's bouncing off of her foot. Oops, oh man, I hit, oh, there we go. Can you do, I'm sure you can do, I mean, if you can do that, you can do a triple kickflip, right? Oh, I almost did a quad, okay. Do a backside 540 triple kickflip. Wonderful. Just saying how it's hard to do a normal stuff, or like realistic stuff, but you can still go crazy if you want to. Alright, let me try a 360 flip. Oh, let's guess 720 triple, is that what that was? Here we go. 361, 542, 723, yeah. 720 triple flip. First game ever with a 720 triple flip in it. Get a better angle, here we go. Nice. Yeah, I don't hate that. It's pretty cool. It looks like it goes through her foot. Wow. Yeah, I don't hate that that's possible. Like, it's cool, because in theory, if you were brave enough, you could do a flat ground 360 flip off of a ledge and just not catch it and see what happens. Most people don't, but you could. The one thing that I wish there was a way to figure out in this game was a way to make switch harder than normal. Because it's not. You're just... The controls are reversed, but one way isn't necessarily harder than the other. You know? Like, how would you make switch in a video game harder than normal? Oops, I did not mean to revert. I was just trying to turn. And I don't know how you could do that, but... Yeah, I don't know. I feel like kids are learning about skateboarding from the game and they don't even know that switch is harder, which is fine. I mean, maybe they could learn how to skate really, really well. Oh, is this a bump to gap? I mean, that's a bump to gap. Is this the parking? That looks like a place where you might pull in and park. I'm gonna try it. I'm sure this isn't it, but whatever. I'm gonna do a switch tray flip here. And that kids are learning that stuff isn't supposed to be hard, or like stance doesn't matter, you know? But anyway, okay. I think that would have counted if that was the spot, because like I didn't have to land any of those grinds I did on that rail for it to count. I just had to do them. Oh. Okay, so I'm gonna try to turn a little bit. Come on, gotta clear to that sidewalk. And then I might call it for this morning. Oh, okay. All right, cool. That was not bad. I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do one more trick. That wasn't hard. I'm gonna do something on this rail and gap down. I'm gonna do, how about a back tail double kickflip out? How's that sound? That'd be a good way to end it. What do you think of my shirt? There's only a couple different things you can pick at the moment. You can't customize to be a girl skater. I always pick girl characters in games. I like to tell myself it's because they're smaller and don't block as much of the background, but who knows. There's only, like, her hair is part of her hat. Like, you can't have hair and not a hat, I don't think. I don't think I saw that. I might show you that. Maybe that would be the last thing I'll do. But like, yeah, that's not the priority at the moment. Okay, so is this too tall, the back tail? Well, that's not the way to do it. All right. Okay, cool, but that's not what I wanted. Yeah, that might be too high. Let me pick a different trick. What? Crook, nollie tray. Okay, well, there you go. Perfect. And by perfect, I mean I clipped this, but whatever. It has a weird looking... Yeah. Yeah, I guess it goes through your foot every single time, but, whatever. Crook, nollie tray, boom. Cool. I want to keep playing, but I don't want this video to be 85 hours long. It took me like 6 hours to upload and process the last video, which is about an hour long. I need to upgrade my internet. It's technically a business expense. And then I might be able to actually stream this. Anyway, let me show you the apartment. Let me show you my apartment. Return to apartment. Okay, so watch clips from your skate sessions. I don't think I've recorded any in the game. No. I like how it's a CRT. That's kind of cool. There's my board. There's, what is that, weed? My workshop. Cool. Can I like do anything on that? Oh, sorry, the controls are really weird. Oh yeah, if you aim over at your board, you can customize it. Okay. Deck graphics, oh, you can change the width. 7.5, 7.25. Why is that in the game? That's weird. I skate an 8.125. It's actually an 8.18. I don't know why that's the size it is, but no comply, orange. Yeah, I don't know of any games where you could pick the size. It'd be interesting if it made any difference, but yeah, anyway. Grip tape. Default. Oh. Stoke division. It'd be cool if I could. Oh, it's a little bit at the bottom. It's blue. It's hard to see. Lines, line, spiral, geometric. That looks kind of cool. I'm gonna go geometric. This would be hard to see while you're playing. That like darkish blue. Trucks. Okay, I'm gonna keep those orange ones. I did customize my board already, but 46 millimeters. Cool. I mean, why not be crazy with it? I think I've got... Do I have 52s? Oh, I don't remember. I think I got 52s right now. Okay. Cool. What else can I do? So it almost... It feels like I should be able to walk around, but I can't. I could just like aim at a station and then... So I go over... Oh, I can go over to my computer and edit videos? Select an existing replay to start a new montage. Interesting. Cool. 64K RAM. Yeah, okay. You're not going to be editing footage on a Commodore 64. That's kind of in basic. Yeah, what kind of video editing software you got? I like how I have a board over there and on the wall. It's like I am legit. Oh, I could look backward earlier. Now I can't quite force myself to go that far. Where was the I swear this changed because I went over here. Well, that's settings. Oh, okay. I've got a MacBook and I've got a Commodore. Experimental features. Oh, okay. So that's just the settings. It's just not as many settings. Was it over here? No, customize board. That's not where I customize my player. Where is that? Sit, go skate, video montage, sit. It's over at the closet, but I don't know how to get there. Can I look that far? No. If I go over to... No, not there. Okay. Comfy couch. No, I don't want the couch. I want the closet. I can't look that far. I have to go back to the chair. Okay. Can I go to the video montage station and look at my closet? There we go. Wow, that was difficult. I don't know how I figured that out the first time. I would have assumed it was impossible. Okay, so you can be a male or female, or session OG, prison dude, he was in the demo, Ribs Man, Donovan Strain, Dane Berman, Jesse Lacroix. Okay. Head. So yeah, that's what I was saying. Like you can't pick hair. It's just hats that some come with hair. Oh, there's hair, but you can't like, you know, it's part of the deal. You can't pick hair and hat separately. That looks a little bit weird, like all the like texture aliasing and stuff. I'll pick it because I like weird. Let's see what else. Session. Let me see. I'm curious if they're gonna have lots of real brands and stuff in here. Well, that one looks kind of cool. I'll do that one. Skate.nocomply@gmail.com. Okay. Shorts. That looks kind of cool. There we go. There's my new skater. Black. Okay, and then I could, yeah, I could do my board at the other table too. Okay. There we go. I'm all set. Can I make some food? You know you want to? What does that do? Oh, that's go skate. Okay, I was aiming toward the door, I guess. Anyway, that is my apartment. There's no bedroom. There's a balcony and a closet that's off of the kitchen. There's no bedroom though. I don't know why there would need to be one, but yeah, anyway, it's cool. It's kind of confusing. I wish there was like a menu at the side that you could pick with the D-pad to just go to the next thing. Well, I'm using the D-pad to switch between a couple, but I can't see all of them. Anyway, that session, again, it's on Steam, on early access. It is pretty cool. I have been enjoying my time with it. I think you should probably check it out if this looks interesting to you. Yeah, I will probably play some more of this later, and I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.